Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this opportunity called This Evening. My name's Tom. Myself and my business partner, plus two incredible superstars, going to take you through this opportunity presentation this evening. This exciting expansion of an incredible global company that's going in to the biggest market in the world. So we're going to talk about a few things this evening. We're going to talk about who we are, what we do, how you can benefit from it, and then more specifically, why now is the time for us to expand into India and how you can benefit from that. So excited to take you through that this evening. But before we get started, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about myself. My name's Tom. I've been partnered with this incredible company for about 11 years now. I had a background in engineering, so I worked for an aerospace company. I was 25 years old at the time, had a really good job, could have stayed there for forever. But I wanted more. I enjoyed my job, but I wanted more out of life. I didn't just want to be chained to a desk for the rest of my life, and I was looking for an opportunity. That's when I came across this one that we're going to go through this evening, and it really just opened my eyes to a whole new concept and a whole new way of working. So um, I looked into this company, looked into what they do, the products, and the more I looked into it, the more excited I got. So I decided to jump in and start working this alongside my full-time job. And after 2 years, I was in a position to walk away from that job. And for the last 9 years, this has been my only income stream. So really made a huge positive impact on my life, and more importantly, made a huge impact over the last 18 months whilst I had my first child, a little girl, and being able to be at home with her all the time, watch her grow, develop because of what I've built the last 10 years. It's just phenomenal. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. So hopefully you will all see what we saw from this. And if nothing else, maybe you would like to see some of our products and use some of our products. But keep an open mind as we go through. There's a lot of information, but feel free to ask any questions to the person that brought you onto this call afterwards. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about what are we looking for? We're looking for people that want to maybe have a little bit of extra income around a full-time job, a family, a business, or we're looking for people that, well, maybe like me, that they're in a career, but they know they're destined for more and they want to be their own boss and have their own business. Or maybe someone that's just fed up of being sick and tired. They've got no time and they just want to get more time back in their life to spend with loved ones or family. We can offer all three of those things. And what also is attached to this incredible business without even knowing it is a personal development journey to become a more confident person and grow out your comfort zone, community and relationships. Some of the best people that I speak to on a regular basis now are people I've met through this opportunity. We're going to hear from one in the second part of this presentation. And there's travel opportunities. If you love to travel, you get to travel. We have events happening all over the world. We have an annual event in Marbella, as you can see some of the photos there, which is incredible. Plus, we get incredible trips, incentive trips by the company, which we're going to talk more as well as we go through this. But we're really a place for anybody and everybody to come and build some kind of success for themselves whilst having a lot of fun and a lot of support. So we're going to cover 5 key points that are important for any business to be successful. And those are the trends, the company or your partner, the products, the compensation, how you make money with that opportunity, and also the timing. And I'm going to take you through a few, and then my business partner is going to take you through the rest. So let's look at the global mega trends right now. These are self-explanatory. I know I don't have to go through them in detail. AI, artificial intelligence, massive. It's probably the most biggest term used in the world right now, right? Everyone's talking about AI. It is the future and we can't get away from it. Internet of Things, if you didn't know, this is all about connected devices. Everything's so connected now, our watches, our fridges, our cars, our TVs, everything. Connectivity, connected devices, again, is the future. Beauty and wellness. No one gets up in the morning and is happy about looking older or feeling older, right? No one's get excited about aging. Beauty and wellness, this is something that I understood 11 years ago, is a trend that will never die. People are constantly going to age and they're always going to look for solutions to do that more gracefully or to preserve some youthful looks or turn back the clock a little bit. So that's a massive global trend that is just getting bigger and bigger. Social commerce, people are buying not just online anymore, they're buying through social media channels. Nearly half of all retail sales in 2028 will be done through social media. Like TikTok, Instagram, all of these platforms and many more, right? So it's a massive trend. So you want to be partnered with an opportunity, a company that's utilizing all of these trends. And then we look at the gig economy. I think that's self-explanatory as well. You know, the CEO of LinkedIn, I believed it was, said by 2032, the 9 to 5 will be non-existent, right? That's scary, but it's also opportunity. Where are all these people going to go? What are they going to do? I believe, like many believe, that it'll be a gig economy. People will get paid to do gigs. Now, we're going to show you an opportunity, a company that is utilizing all of these trends and have an incredible product and a platform for you to be able to build a business on in front of these major trends. We're partnering with some of the best people in these spaces in terms of artificial intelligence, especially Full Power AI and Infosys is an Indian company. They're one of our strategic partners in the market. But these trends are, yes, they're global trends, but in India, they're on steroids. These trends in India are moving at a rapid pace. And that's what excites us about this opportunity and this expansion. So the company we're partnering with is called Nu Skin Enterprises. They've been around more than 40 years. So they're not a new company. They've been around a long time. They know what they're doing. They turn over around $2 billion in revenue every year. And they're in nearly 50 countries around the world. India will be the 49th market that we're expanding into, right? So 40 years, multi-billion dollar revenue, and now we're just about to go into the biggest market in the world, right? That's what is exciting and what we're excited to share with you on this call. They're publicly traded, so they're an open book. You know, when you partner with a company or you partner with somebody, you want transparency, right? And whether it's a person, whether it's a company, you want transparency. And that's something that we get thanks to this company. They're publicly traded. They have to report their financial earnings every single quarter. They have to publish their average earnings for their salespeople like us. So it's transparent across the board. There's over 60 scientists that work in-house for Nu Skin, and this is what really sets them apart. Nu Skin, at their core, are an anti-aging company, but they're powered by genetic science. They have a whole host of scientists that are working to provide not only anti-aging solutions, but also solutions that anti-age us on a genetic level, not just from the outside, but also the inside. And this is really their USP. So let's look at some of the solutions that we have. We've got multi-award-winning products. I think it's more than 60, 70 patents and counting. It could be more, right? But we're constantly winning awards for our products, and we're constantly getting recognized for our science. When you look at Nu Skin in the beauty and anti-aging and wellness space, they're one of the leading cutting-edge companies in the world. And our three main solutions are beauty and wellness devices, and this is where we excel, where we knock spots off anybody. We've been voted the world's, not voted, we've been recognized as the world's #1 brand for beauty device systems for the last 7 years in a row. Okay, now the reason why I changed my terminology from voted, because we're not just paying someone to give us an accolade for this. This is based on sales. It's done by Euromonitor, one of the leading market research companies in this space, and based on sales, we sell more beauty devices than any other brand in the world, right? And have done for 7 years in a row. Okay, so we're nailing it in this space. We have some incredible devices, and again, add into that portfolio all the time. We also have skin and personal care solutions. We have an incredible plant-based solution called Nutricentials. This is all about using nature and creating incredible products that adapt to our skin. Again, this is a cutting-edge breakthrough technology range that has never been done before. It's using ingredients and products that adapt to your skin depending on the environment that they're in, which is phenomenal. When you look more into that range, it's amazing. We also have the beginnings of a new line that's launching at the end of this year. We've already got 1 or 2 products from that portfolio. But this is a dermaceutical range, they're calling it. And this is going to be cutting edge anti-aging skincare, premium anti-aging skincare that's designed to work on a genetic level to help people look younger with just some creams and serums and moisturizers to put on day and night. And then we have wellness solutions. So we're not just looking at the outside, we're looking at the inside as well. You know, our bodies age on the inside just as much, if not faster, than the outside. And we have anti-aging solutions that help slow that process down. We also have vitamins and minerals that help keep us fit and give us all our nutrients that we need every day. We've got collagen supplements, weight management solutions. We are a full holistic 360 approach to looking and feeling your best. So, what I loved about this company as a guy coming in 11 years ago and not knowing anything about beauty and skincare is I knew that these products work. They give results. And that's the best thing and biggest thing people are looking for when they're using and purchasing beauty and wellness solutions, right? They want results. You can see here a few, just 3 results from 3 of our top products, our LumiSpa, our collagen supplement. This guy's been taking a drinking himself to younger looking skin, right? Amazing tasting collagen supplement that gives him great results on the skin. And then you can see an incredible weight management solution before and after picture there. So this is just 3 of our products, right? We have over 200 in our portfolio. So really is a product and a solution for anybody, but just know that when you use these products, they're going to do what they say they're going to do because of the science behind them. And what I'm really excited about is another technology in the wellness space. Now, when I came into Nu Skin 11 years ago, I saw the business and I thought, this sounds great. I didn't really understand it, but I thought, it sounds great. This company sounds great. Then I saw a half-face demonstration with one of our beauty devices, and this woman's face looked like she'd had a stroke in about 10 minutes. Like one side of her face was just totally lifted. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. You know, if these products can do that without needles or surgery, there's definitely an opportunity here. And then the next time a meeting I went to, I saw this technology. It's actually an older version of this technology, but it's called a biophotonic scanner. And what this can do is can measure your skin carotenoid levels, which is directly correlated to your antioxidant status in your body. And this is a really important wellness health marker that you should know about your body, because antioxidants is what protects your cells from damage from free radicals. So it's a really great marker to know about your overall wellness. And we are the only ones that have this technology. We've scanned over 15 million people, and just this device alone has helped us generate over $5 billion in sales from one of our supplements, just one supplement. But what excites us even more is that in 2026, this is getting a whole new upgrade. We are launching our new Prism IO device, which is going to, half the time of this test is going to be a 15-second fingerprint test, but also it's going to be the size of a hockey puck, even smaller than a hockey puck, that you can carry in your pocket, and you can really scale and get this product out globally, anywhere, to anybody, and they can in 15 seconds check their wellness and have this in their home. It's going to be a smart device. It's going to start off telling us 1 or 2 things, and then it can probably expand in the future to giving us more wellness assessments. And it can also help us to recommend products to our clients and customers as well. This is going to change the game in the beauty and the wellness space. I believe there's going to be millions, hundreds of millions of these out in the world over the next 5 to 10 years. And we're looking for people that want to be in early and be a part of that. And it will be a key driver to the Indian market, in my opinion. This will launch in India when we launch there later this year. And it will be an incredible tool for us to build a business in that market with as well. So that's everything from me. I've taken you through the trends, the company who we're partnered with, and what we do, what we offer, the products. And I'm excited to pass this over now to one of my business partners that I've worked with since day one in this company. He's been partnered with them for over 20 years. He's had amazing success building businesses, Nu Skin businesses all over the world. He's accumulated more than $5 million in commissions from this company. And there's really no one better to talk to you about how we make the money and how and why we're expanding into India and how you can benefit from it than Rick Norell. So please welcome Rick.
Thank you so much, Tom. It's great to be here with you guys this evening, and welcome to all of you guys here on the call, especially if you're new here and if you're looking into this opportunity. So as Tom said, I've been involved over 20 years now. And before Nu Skin, I was in banking and finance, and I felt trapped. I didn't really like when somebody was telling me what to do, when to come to work, how much I can earn, when I take holidays, even though I could potentially have made a good career in that area. So initially, before entering the business, I was a customer of the products, our nutritional products. I had gotten scanned as well, and I just loved the products. They were great, and I had great results with them. But something in the back of my head said I wanted to join Nu Skin because I wanted more flexibility and to be my own boss. I didn't have much experience in business at all, or credibility or contacts, but I had a big desire. Now it's been 20 years. It's been an incredible ride, incredible journey, and I'm so grateful for that. And during those 20 years, we've been opening a few different markets during this time, but nothing compared to this market with India. So I'm really, really excited about this opportunity that we all have now to expand into the Indian market. Tom, if you want to shift there, would be great. So I'm going to focus a little bit on what we can do. First of all, you enter this opportunity. You can decide when and where you work. You can work remotely. You can work flexibly, choose your own hours, which hours, the amount of hours, etc. You can generate income in different ways here. Obviously, you have the service part of, obviously in the salon-based, in the professional world, you can do treatments with the product, and you can potentially charge for the actual scan with the prism or the scanner. But then you can retail products, and then the third part is you can actually build a team and grow a team with this. And with the customers, they buy directly from the company, so we don't have to have any stock or inventory, which is another advantage of this as compared to a traditional business, when you might have to invest a lot of money for that aspect. And when we're introducing people to this, there's a wide scope of kind of people that we can introduce to this. So anywhere from all kinds of health professionals and beauty professionals, because of the uniqueness and the innovation and the science-based products and technologies we have. A lot of professionals are like, wow, this is amazing. And we'll hear from one of them later as well. I'm looking forward to that. And the other aspect is that we can collaborate with all kinds of influencers, entrepreneurial people who want an extra income. That gig economy that Tom mentioned earlier is basically having an extra gig or an extra income opportunity. That gig economy in India is growing by over 200% as we speak. So there is an inherent need, there's a demand for opportunity in the marketplace, both, of course, in Europe and also in India. It's around the world, because what I usually see and explain is that things have gotten a little bit tougher recently. Inflation has gone up through the roof, interest rates up, cost of living has gotten up, cost of goods up, cost of food up, cost of everything's up, right? But the thing that hasn't gone up in the same amount is all our wages, our salaries. So there's a gap. And to close that gap, people need to get involved in something. And that's where we can come in and provide a solution for the people in the marketplace, anywhere from $500 to $900 a month. Here is your average income streams that you see on the screen here. And a lot of people are going to be looking for that extra income stream. They might be happy with their job. They might be happy with their business or whatever they're doing, or they might be a full-time mother that just want to do something else to add to the household income and to find that sense of purpose with this incredible opportunity. Or you can expand further, and the further you expand, the more people you help. So it's like a win-win situation. The only way we can become successful in this is by helping more people to also become successful. And one of the things that attracted me to this when I saw this initially is, in the banking industry, I was like, okay, so what is the potential here? How much could I potentially earn, and what I could potentially earn in Nu Skin? And the potential in Nu Skin was higher, right? And we see that it's possible to develop a nice income, which can be seen as a recurring income stream, where we can potentially then take a step back if we work really, really hard to build this up, which is amazing. And we will have people in India on all these different levels. It's just a question of who is going to be that person. Which one of you here on the call is going to say, okay, I'm going to take this market to the next level. I'm going to be a part of and be one of the pioneers, and I'm going to be one of the top leaders here. So Tom, if you want to switch, please. But it's not only about money and income, it's about making a difference in the world. Now, if you look at the company's mission statement, it states to empower people to be a force for good in the world, to make a difference in people's lives. We do it, obviously, through the products, helping people with their health and wellness, helping people with their beauty appearance, their self-esteem, helping people with extra income and flexibility, but also through humanitarian projects, as you see on the screen. This particular initiative is solving the whole problem with starvation or lack of, food for all the children there. Every 6 seconds, there's a child that dies because of malnutrition. What we have done with our scientists, they formulated these amazing packages of food with the right nutrients, and we managed to feed almost 900 million meals. So what I love about this is that, okay, it's nice to build a business, but it's even nicer to build a business to be able to give back to people around the world and to make a difference and live a life of purpose and meaning. And we will be implementing these initiatives in India as well, which I'm really excited about, because we want to also make a difference in those communities. Tom, if you want to switch. So needless to say, we are looking now for people who are innovators, early adopters, visionaries, pioneers, people who see the vision here of India, of the market here in particular. Of course, there's a lot of markets we can focus on around the world. So essentially, we're looking mainly right now for people from India living outside of India who have NRI or OCI status. And anyone here can participate in that regardless of background and nationality. Tell me if you want to switch. So why are we excited about India? We're so excited about India. In case you don't know, obviously India has the largest population in the world, and we will be looking to target a big part of that. The company has been studying and making plans so they can have the right price points for the population in India, for example. So they will be coming out with some different products than what you saw maybe Tom present, as well as the products we have as well in the portfolio. Very fast growing middle class, the highest numbers of Facebook users, LinkedIn, and Instagram users in the world, number one, right? And the direct selling industry 3 years ago was at 3.2 billion. But what I find exciting, it's growing at 13% every single year. So if you think for a second, okay, 13% over 5 years, every single year, or over 10 years, that's a huge growth, compounded. That's a huge growth that we're looking to see. One of our competitors right now today is doing 800 million in India alone. And if you could have 0.5% of that, that would be amazing, right? So we have many case studies. We're not just, saying this is going to happen. We know, similar things is going to happen because we've opened many markets in the past. And the positioning and the timing is what's so exciting here. We have a great opportunity as it is, but the opportunity we have now because of the timing is just incredible. Forbes magazine, they state the best time to join a company is when they're in the middle of a global expansion, which we are. We're opening up India and later on, potentially other markets as well, or a new product launch. The company has a pipeline of product launches and technology launches for the next 8 to 10 years, right? It's not just like this year or next year. They really have a plan, a long-term plan, and you're going to see some great innovative products and technologies come to the marketplace, which I'm super excited about. And that's one of the things that with our company is that because they're science and research engine, and because they're financially strong and stable, they're able to maybe acquire other companies to collaborate with and to develop amazing things to help our business grow even more. So just to mention, one of the case studies is our colleagues from Japan. There's a couple that did extremely well. They positioned themselves. She was a stewardess and he was an airline pilot, and they managed to acquire somewhere in the area of 30 to 40 million dollars, with this opportunity. And just amazing what you could potentially do. Of course, it requires a lot of hard work, but the positioning and the timing is what I want to mention now, given the fact that we will be soon expanding to India is really exciting. So Tommy, if you want to shift, please. So right now you see where are we right now in terms of a timeline. The company is finalizing the product lines right now. A lot of the products have been approved already. The idea now is it's up to us, right? It's up to us to build a footfall of leaders, of brand affiliates, of brand reps in the open markets in Europe, in North America, and Southeast Asia, where there are pockets of Indian people. And that's really what we need to do now, so that when we go into India, we're going to come in as an army, right? We're going to come in as a good, strong team together. Tom, if you want to. So really what you got to do is like, we don't have time to wait, guys. If you want to start thinking about this, I mean, when I saw this opportunity, yeah, fine. I knew the product worked. So make sure you test the product, because otherwise you're not going to be sure that the product has worked. But get on the products. That's one of the biggest advices I have, right? Because usually scientifically, sort of proven or studies have proven that we get one, maybe two really big opportunities, life-changing opportunities in our life. Is this your first or your second, right? It might be your only one that you might receive. So don't take this for granted if you're here for the first time. Look into this, do your research, and then make a decision. I made a decision straight away I was going to do this because I didn't want to lose any time. And that decision has served me for the rest of my life, right? To make a strong decision. So get back to the person that invited you today to this presentation as soon as possible. And to wrap this up, we're going to hear from two amazing people who are of Indian origin. I'm the only one on the call here that's not of Indian connection or origin here, because Thomas also has a connection to India. So Amrita, do you want to start us off here as a professional? You know, Amrita is really doing extremely well. She's a great success story of Nu Skin. And you want to share your story a little bit and about the products? If you want to unmute Amrita, Tom. There we go.
Thank you. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Rick. I get really excited every time I hear that presentation. I'll introduce myself. My name's Amrita. I'm a former dentist, and I've been growing and building my own skin and aesthetics clinic in Bedfordshire for the last 8 years. I got introduced to Nu Skin last June, so I'm in month 11. And it was primarily to explore the collagen because that's where I had a gap in my offerings at that time. But it was India that really, made me listen. And I knew that there was something in my gut that was telling me that I needed to explore this further. But India aside, for me, with my background, with what I do, it had to be about the products. And so like Rick said, the first thing I had to do was try these products for myself. Once I got my hands on the products and into the hands of my close friends and family, I saw those results very quickly, much quicker than any other brands that I've been working with in my clinic. But I had to do more. So for me, it's all about the science. It's all about the clinical validation. And so once I started digging deep into the science, I was absolutely blown away. So much so that I actually flew myself out to HQ in Utah to meet with the scientists, see the laboratories, to actually hear more about the company and the people behind it. It's got a strong history. And as mentioned, this company was the first to bring humectants to the market, to work on epigenetics, that gene expression, over 20 years ago. And it's mind-blowing that, Nu Skin were able to do that long ago. But it's also the innovation and the roadmap for the future that really got me excited. If you have a customer with Nu Skin, there will be a customer with you for life. There will always be something new, something that's on trend, and most of the time ahead of the game with Nu Skin. So when I came back from Utah, I knew that I was ready to put my name to the brand and bring it into my clinic and expose my patients to the brand. This brand sits on the same shelf in my clinic as all the other medical grade brands that I use. There's absolutely no difference between them. The ingredients, the delivery systems, it's everything that I would look for in a brand when I'm looking to bring it to my clinic. But you've got the added at-home devices, the full supplement range. There is so much that this company can offer you. You can offer something to everyone that you know. Then, going on to India, for me, this is definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity. And the fact that I have Indian heritage, but also eligibility with my OCI, I'm in a really strategic advantage where I can really go for this opportunity. And I've got it with both hands. I'm working really hard at the moment to build my India teams here in the UK. And I want to pioneer this. I want to be an early adopter because the time is now. We know India is a booming market. Beauty and wellness are going to be absolutely huge out there. So where we've got a new opening, but also with Prism, it's just going to be phenomenal. And I'd also like to add, the fact that, if you do work hard in this business, you are recognized for every single achievement. And just 11 months in 12-day times, I'm actually going back to Utah for my first all expenses paid trip, which I'm really excited about. And, the opportunity is there for anyone. You can do as much or as little as you want. So if you're thinking about it, don't think too much, get your hands on some products and speak to every Indian that you know. Good luck and thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Amrita. Look at Amrita's skin. It's like perfect, product of the product.
Yeah.
I just wanted to introduce the next amazing testimonial, and also wanted to add Tom, who you heard it from before, is one of the top leaders in the UK and has reached a very high level with the company. Is just a fantastic entrepreneur, fantastic guy, and one of the best team players that we have in our company. So thanks for sharing, Tom, earlier. And Leena, why don't you share with us a little bit about your story and your background and your success?
Thank you very much, Rick. Hi, everyone. Wow. I mean, it's just like Amrita, I've heard that presentation multiple times now, and it just, every time I hear it, it reinforces the magnitude of this hugely privileged position that we find ourselves in, people of Indian heritage like Amrita, myself, and Tom. So yeah, my name's Leena. I've been with Nu Skin for exactly a year. I celebrated my 1-year anniversary last week, so happy birthday to me. I live in Switzerland, but I was born in the UK, and I went to school, boarding school in India, and there I learned 3 different Indian languages. I learned classical dancing. I go back to India every year of my life. I was married there. My connection with the motherland runs really, really deep. I currently run a marketing agency. My background was actually in pharmaceuticals. I worked for a pharmaceutical company in marketing. And when I was made redundant, had a bit of a midlife crisis, moved to Ibiza, set up a record label. And now I find myself running a marketing agency in the electronic music business. And I've been doing that for 13 years. I also run a nightclub in Croatia. Every summer, I go and live out there. 15 years I've been doing that. So, I've got some skin in the game when it comes to businesses and entrepreneurship. I've always got a load of projects going on. But last year, when I was introduced to this India opportunity, a friend of mine, who's now my business partner, she approached me and she said, look, this beauty and wellness company that I'm partnered with, they are expanding into India next year. Would you like to learn more? And, as an entrepreneur, I was like, of course, because every opportunity should be listened to, right? Now, bear in mind at this point, I knew nothing about skincare. I had no routine, knew nothing about the company, the business model, the products. But what I saw was this vision with India, all the things that Rick and Tom have just been talking about. This is, as far as I was concerned, a once in a lifetime opportunity for me to work with my motherland. But also there's an uncapped financial opportunity here that I could see as a businesswoman. I could see how flexible it was, so it would fit around all the projects that I have going at the moment, and I can work from anywhere, which for me is massive because I've spent the last 15 years crafting a lifestyle where I can work from anywhere. I'm actually dialing in from South Africa right now, where I am for 5 weeks working remotely, and Nu Skin can offer me exactly that. So, as you can tell, I'm pretty excited. But why am I excited? Well, apart from working with the motherland, I truly believe that we are going to be able to change lives. Now, when you think of the average Indian annual salary, it's £3,500 per annum, which when you break it down, it's just under £300 a month. So even at the bottom of that scale that Rick just showed us, even just through selling products, you can change somebody's life in India, not just their own life, but then just imagine if they reach leadership level, the whole trajectory of their lives and their families has changed forever. And I am totally here for that. So, guys, what are you waiting for? Contact the person who put you on this call. Ask all the questions. I certainly did. I did a lot of due diligence before I joined the company, but then I jumped in feet first. So give it your all. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much, Leena. Thank you very much, Amrita. Thank you, Rick. That is everything from us this evening. Just remember that this market is going to open once and once only. You got a one-shot opportunity at this. Some people are going to make massive moves in India, pioneer this market, and it's going to be a huge revenue driver for Nu Skin. The only question for you is, do you want to be a part of that? Or do you want to watch it happen? Go back to the person invited you onto this call and they can answer any questions that you may have. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your evening.